The river's a lot more powerful than you can control, and that, you know, it's about not mastering the river, but kind of making your way down through it and always maintaining that respect for the whitewater, because if you let your guard down, you'll get a little wake-up call. It's always good to come back to Huka Falls. It's a rapid and waterfall that I'd always wanted to paddle as an aspiring young kayaker, and you know, it's a river and a rapid that has a lot of mana about it, and it's the closest we come to as kayakers of kayaking in the stadium, you know, because you've got people watching on the sidelines, cheering you, and it's almost like an arena feel there. And you know, I was hanging out in the sun and chilling and looking at the river, and it's kind of then in your preparation that you sort of start to feel, you know, a little bit of nervousness and trepidation. And I always like it when you like put your kayaking gear on and go into game mode, and you know, all of a sudden everything becomes a lot more relaxed. You know, no more standing around looking about it, thinking about it. It's time to go. It's basically a 800-metre long gorge that's made up of about 4 different rapids. There's an entry drop where you drop in, and once you've dropped into that rapid, it's the entrance of the gorge, and you're committed to the rest of the run, and the only way out is to head downstream. You've then got a bit of a ferry to the left-hand side of the river above the weir, and that to me is probably the crux of the run. It doesn't look that visually spectacular, but it's probably the place where you're most likely to get tripped up, and it's the spot in this rapid where people have had the most mishaps and accidents. So bust out that, under the bridge, give a wave to the crowd, and then you drop into what's known as the pencil sharpener. And what you really appreciate when you're down in there is that it's a big, long, steep ramp into a big V-wave that's got some pretty funky currents out the back. Get your wits about you, and then line up the final drop over the main waterfall. And basically what you're doing there is you're busting through 2 little wave holes, and then there's a big rooster tail that you just line up the top of that and pretty much send it, and the rest is history. Yeah, I mean, water, I guess, is the ultimate force of nature. It's always changing. It's super strong and powerful, and it does weird things. It's unpredictable. It always comes back to respecting the river, and I mean, you have scary moments, and that's inevitable when you're paddling hard whitewater, but the risks are worth it, because you get to see some amazing places and paddle some pretty amazing pieces of whitewater. And I mean, when you're doing that, what could be better?